This exercise is called the standing Pallof press. The Pallof press is a core exercise that resists rotation and focuses a little bit more on your obliques. The obliques are the muscles on the side of your abdomen, and they still count as part of your core and your whole abdominal region. You can do this exercise with a cable or with a resistance band as well. Now first we're going to set the weight. Always start easy, and then once you get used to the exercise, or if you notice that it's not challenging enough, you can increase the weight. In order for this exercise to be effective, we actually have to pull the cable out a bit so that there's constant tension. We're going to hold it out like this. And if you do this properly, you're going to stack all your joints so that it's your ankle, knee, hips, shoulders, head. And you're going to press out. And you can do this in a couple different ways. You should also be squeezing your glutes and squeezing your abs and your obliques. Already I feel my obliques working because it's resisting the weight trying to pull me back into the cable. So again, the cable machine is trying to pull the weight back into it, and I'm using my obliques to prevent that from happening. You still want to breathe, but you want to be engaging your obliques as much as you can. You can turn it into dynamic reps where you're going outwards and inwards. Or you can even go up and down, all while you're trying to resist the weight and you're not trying to compensate with any other muscle groups or movements. I don't want to see you using your lower back. I don't want to see you rotating, digging too far this way. And again, what that looks like from a different angle here. This is a step harder than doing it on the ground in the half kneeling position, because the half kneeling position, you have more points of contact. This is so that you can see the front view of what it actually looks like, and you'll notice that again, I'm staying rigid, especially my core and my abs. I'm not letting my lower back rotate or crunch down or extend, and I'm using my abs to resist the movement. So again, right now, the cable and the weights are trying to pull me this way. If I let go, I feel it go right back into the cable machine. So you have to use your obliques and your abs and stabilize all your joints. So again, to make this a proper Pallof press, I'm not going to be rotating anywhere in my abs or my core. I'm going to keep that rigid, but I can move my arms and my shoulders and anything that's around, above or below my abdomen. I can go in circles, up, down, in, out, like that. Another variation of the standing Pallof press is doing it in the split stance. Now the split stance variation gives you a little bit more help with the balance department, although it's still quite challenging on the core. Take your split stance. Now in this case, you won't be able to have your joints all stacked. However, we still want to maintain a balance between your front foot, back foot, your body, torso in between, so that at least your hips and your shoulders are stacked. Now again, common mistakes are moving around too much with your body. We don't want any of that. The whole point is that you're keeping your core rigid and contracted. So the core is from your hips to your rib cage and your spine. So anything that's around here should be stiff and stable. You can have your limbs around it moving, but you don't want your lower back moving forwards, backwards, side to side, or rotating too much. You can keep it rigid and everything else can move around it. We're focusing on increasing the strength and stability of your abdomen as a whole while targeting the obliques. And this will help you in so many ways. It'll help you in injury prevention because it'll help you stabilize your spine as a whole. It'll help you with strength development, again, supporting your spine, allowing you to lift heavier loads that otherwise you might not be able to. And last but not least, it's actually crucial for athletic performance. Most athletic movements require some sort of rotation or anti-rotation. So we are building that up so we can really learn how to transfer energy from the lower body to the upper body and vice versa. Your core is what keeps that all together, and your obliques is what helps it from side to side. And again, you'll know if you're doing this wrong if you start feeling the wrong muscles working. You want to feel mostly your obliques working as the main muscle group. You also don't want to feel your lower back. If you have a history of lower back pain, this can actually be a tough exercise because you may fall back to old patterns of maybe hyperextending too much or relying on your lower back to take the load. So you really have to hone in and focus on getting your obliques working so that you get the most benefits out of this exercise. You can do this for sets or reps or amount of time under tension that you want. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more exercise videos.